Hello, hello. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Rachel Simpson, and I am excited to share with you today an insider look into working with me. What does it look like to work inside the program, Mother Baby Bond Foundation? And I've never done this before, and I'm here inside of the group, our group Growing Live Sacred Lactation Sisterhood. And I'm going to share with you um, the insider look into what it means to really have these amazing outcomes of ease in your life, with your children, in your life, feeling energized, and how my clients go from feeling overwhelmed and anxious to feeling completely confident, at ease, both with themselves and also with the relationship with their babies, bonding and beautifully breastfeeding their babies, which we know sets children up for their highest potential selves, right? And as mothers, isn't that what we want? Isn't that something we want? We want our children to have opportunities that we didn't have and health that maybe is better than what we had, right? We don't want to leave our children with a poorer health than we had. And unfortunately, what's happening in our world is that our children's and their children are going to live less longer than we are, and that's not progress, that's not growth, that's not evolution. And so these are some of the things that we resolve in our working together. Sorry about that. Okay, so I wanted to let you know why I created this program. So I am an internationally board certified lactation consultant. And what that means is that I see families, mothers immediately postpartum with their newborns so that, if there's any issues with breastfeeding or any kind of feeding, bottle feeding, then we resolve those. Oh, hi, somebody's here. Please say hi in the comments. I would love to know who's here and have listeners. So great. Okay. So I used to do home visits. I used to do one-on-ones. And then COVID hit, and I realized I can't really do those for a long time. So I created a program. Okay. And what I really love about this program is that it is so transformative. It is transformative because we have results from the beginning to the end. And what I found is that this program was a lot more impactful for me, for my clients, because we actually got results. We stayed together for quite a while. And with the one-on-ones, I would go to their house, I would see them, and I would give my best and give my all, but sometimes the baby wasn't able to breastfeed or the mother still felt anxious and we lost touch, and it wasn't really satisfying for me, right? And so I'm a very caring person, and I really want to know how your baby is doing after I've seen them, right? So I've created this program, and it is more impactful. It is more satisfying for me and everybody else involved. Okay. And that was in 2020. And I've been doing this for the last 3 years. Okay. Just so you know, though, I have this experience, this professional experience, being a lactation consultant for 10 years, right? I'm coming up on my 10-year certification anniversary, and I'm almost complete with all of my continuing education recognition points, and I'm going to get that recertified. And for the last 3 years, I also had intensive coaching training. And what that means is that I help you get from where you're at to where you want to go in shorter time. So we take that quantum leap in your life. And coaching is a beautiful skill to have. And we get you resolve and like what is preventing you from getting the things that you want. Okay. So if there's any questions on that, if you're watching the replay, please just, you can always reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, on Messenger, email info@simpsonlactationservices.com. And I'm very accessible to anyone who needs the support. So, really, my mission in this whole work is to have children in our lives be healthy and live to their highest potential selves. Imagine that, right? With very little disease, with very little stress and anxiety in their lives, right? And how to do that? Well, we start out by not only giving them the best, but being our best selves. And what does that look like? It looks like being joyful and at ease and confident and healthy and having a rock solid mindset and eating foods that are going to nourish you and exercising and getting really good sleep because our children are who we are. You ever heard that phrase, you are what you eat? Right? Our children are what we eat, what we consume in our bodies, who we are, and what it is that we offer our children in on their lives, right? So my focus is on you so that you can be the best mom, but for your children so that you can be giving them your best selves. And what is that? Well, sometimes we don't really even know, but also to sustain motherhood for months and years to come, right? And how do we do that if we're not given a guidebook on these babies, right? We create a blueprint for what your life as a mom is going to look like, how to sustain this really challenging task of raising children. Yeah, sustainability, right? Without burnout, without anxiety, without the challenges that come. Now, there are going to be challenges, but it's how you get through them that really matter. So, focusing on your health, your mindset, your spiritual health, your gut health. And we have to sometimes unravel what it is that's going on inside our bodies because after, you know, 3 or 4 decades, we have patterns. We have maybe health issues that are coming up in our lives that are, possibly impacting your baby. And whether it was from anywhere from birth or to breastfeeding or to even later on, we we look at that as part of what's going on for your baby, right? And so together we dive deep into your health, your whole being, right? So that your child can also have their highest selves and then you up level your life. And it's really fantastic. Oh, I'm noticing that my internet is wonky. Give me 1 second. Darn. Hmm. Oh, I'm so sorry about this internet pausing. Is it better? All right. My apologies. All right. So where were we at? We focus on you and your health so that you can with their best with potential for uh, optimal health and and just giving them their best. And also that helps you to maintain, as I said, your family life. Okay. All right. So now okay. So this is what it looks like inside of my program. We have a beautiful welcome. And the first week is the lover week. Fall in love with you. Because if you don't love yourself, if you don't wake up every day with gratitude for who you are, then we often can slip into patterns of negativity or poor mindset. And so the first week is all about setting a powerful mindset and mastering that mindset through daily practices. And we always give you daily practices to do. Later on, you'll see what I mean in order to maintain that level of ease and confidence in your life. And we focus on pleasure in the sense of what brings you joy. And whatever that is, there's an encouragement to do that every day and how to ask for it. And we have ways of releasing anxiety. And one way of bringing pleasure to your life, there are many, is to release any tension that you feel in your body. Because how can you bring in pleasure if you're feeling tension? And often there's tension inside our breasts, whether it's through engorgement or through pain, right? So we have this beautiful meditation for ease, calm, and pleasurable breast touch and devotional sacred ritual. And these modules, there's 6 of them and they open up every week. I'm thinking about changing it to instant access. So you have all of these modules, the whole program for the entire time and right away. And each week we have, hang on one second, we have a sacred ritual, right? And that is a beautiful ritual you can do by yourself or with your husband. And it is just a beautiful practice that you put into your life. And at the end, you feel that ease, that confidence, and the ability to sustain motherhood because you have the energy. The second week is all about nourishing yourself, producing quality milk, and feeling great. It is how to avoid having a baby who's fussy. And this is a really good one. And then we go into what foods are lactogenic, meaning milk making foods, milk making drinks, and what to avoid, especially the anti-lactogenic drinks. Eat fats, feel good, and herbal galactagogues for health and plentiful milk. These are some things that we cover. But we also go into blood testing, and I work with your provider to make sure that they know and you know the levels of blood that are optimal for breastfeeding, for lactation. For lactating moms, it is a different score than for a non-lactating woman. And we give you meditations, more meditations for deep conscious breathing, more recipes, and also, again, the sacred ritual that you can do with your spouse. The third week is building your confidence, which is clearing out the stuck and removing obstacles that are in your way. And that can be really understanding your baby. It can be understanding the human baby, right? Your baby is special to you, but what do the reflexes mean? Um, Functional feeding, what does it look like? Making more milk, how do you do that? Understanding what might be causing your baby to have inefficient feeds, tight oral tethers, assessing the need for medical intervention. Then we go through that process and what that looks like, and whether you have engorgement, and we have emotional tools for releasing. This is called swamping. And then again, the sacred ritual that you can do with your spouse. And then the embodiment week, you're going to feel that deep bond with your baby. Now that you're feeling great, you've got energy, you're going to clear out all of that, and now you bond with your baby. And sometimes there are practices and exercises we can do with the baby to help them develop and help them grow at a very healthy state. And we are going to look at some of these reflexes that they have and really understand them on a level that makes so much sense to you, that you understand how to encourage them and help them move so that they not only eat better, but they sleep better too. And again, there's that sacred ritual. This is a beautiful practice. And then this week, the 5th week of the program, we have finding your balance within the feminine rhythms of life. You cannot take care of other people unless you take care of yourself. And so one of these beautiful practices is finding your rhythm, even though you might not have your ovulation, right? We lose it while we're breastfeeding. But how can you maintain that rhythm and your hormones and your moods without that? And I'm going to show you a way how. And then finally, the last week is bonus tools, exercises, and support, including homeopathy, infant massage, body work for babies and for moms, skin to skin on a very beautiful process, step-by-step process that shows you how you can do it throughout your baby's life, not just that first hour. Latching, positioning, clearing out jaundice or any kind of eczema or any kind of health issues for your baby. We're going to show you techniques and tools like having Sole in your life, skin brushing, vitamins, what vitamins and minerals are going to help you feel good, energized, and have good milk, and a kit for when illness strikes in the family. Going to give you affirmations. We're going to talk about food as medicine, practicing gratitude, and then EFT tapping for plentiful milk, healing the body, and also getting good sleep, and just knowing that you're everything that your baby needs and wants. So that is the program. And I'm going to share my screen again and show you exactly what it is. So it is a 2-month transformational container to bring ease to your life through all aspects of your health and to give your children the potential to have their highest selves, okay? And this is what we do. Oops, I have to share my screen. Okay. So it's 6 weeks of content, right? And you're going to get instant access. So you can go through it at the pace that you want. And each week you're going to have an action step. It is a 2-month container, but the reason why it's 6 weeks is that we do take a break in between. So we're going to have 2 months. So each week you do an action step. There's going to be meditations. There's going to be processes, sacred rituals, and recipes. There's playful practices and exercises to do with your baby. And then each of the modules are recordings of my voice and content that's going to help you understand not only yourself better, but your baby and also your new experience. There's 2 months of ongoing support through email. You have a weekly Q&A question with me where we're going to get on Zoom and spend an hour to 2 hours talking about where you're getting stuck. What issues are you having and how I can help you? Okay. And then, because I'm not only a clinical lactation consultant, but I'm a coach. So we're going to do 3 one-on-one private coaching sessions where I'm going to help you get unstuck from where you are at to where you want to be. And then you have bonus tools, you have a Facebook community, and you have lifetime access to all of the modules. And what's great about that is I often do updates for the program. And so you're going to get those updates. And I'm always learning and growing. And so those updates are going to be yours for this baby and for those to come. And so if this is this for you is the question that I have. Do you have low milk supply? Are you anxious and uncertain about your health, your milk? You're uncertain about, you maybe have a fussy, anxious baby or gassy, and you just really don't know how to soothe that baby. And you've tried maybe lactation consultants in person, but that didn't work out. Maybe it worked out in person, but then when they went away, it didn't last. It didn't stick. Are you someone who's really not that healthy and you want to become your best self, become energized and full of life, and want to look into your health aspects, whether it's deep dive into your blood work, your thyroid, or overall what you eat and how you can bring that up level? And if you are someone who's completely committed to raising healthy babies and really providing them with the absolute best trajectory so that they can be their highest selves and be healthy and starting off their lives with a good nutrition. But not only that, this type of work is not just about feeding. This is also about breathing and sleeping well. And when a baby sleeps well, life flows with ease. And so if you want to up-level your health to sustain the level of life that you want, and to do that with your baby so you can have a high energy life, that's what I'm offering. That's what this program is all about. My clients have gone from feeling anxious and overwhelmed to starting businesses, to going back to school, to traveling around the world with baby in tow. These are some of the results that you can have. And that's what I want you to have. I want you to be able to go and enjoy your life, not being limited by your baby. I'll give you an example. I was, when I had my baby, we traveled to Italy, and I wouldn't have been able to do that had I had all the formulas or the bottles. And I'll tell you why, because to carry all that formula over there or to find it over there, like sometimes we were in a remote part of Italy and they didn't have formula. Or if I had to carry all those pumping parts, sometimes we carried him in a backpack and we had another backpack for our clothes. And these are the things that if you want to have a dream life with full of adventure, where you're not slowed down, sitting at the pump every hour, looking at nothing coming out, then this is going to be the program for you. And so I want to talk to you about the investment, okay? Now, that word is so important because you might have invested in birth. You might have invested in all of these supplies, the high chair, the crib, the clothes, and then the baby comes and you realize, I don't need any of that. But what you really do need is you need the investment of help feeding your baby. You need the investment of giving yourself your best, knowing what foods to eat, uncovering the root cause of really what is causing your baby's eczema, what's really causing your baby to be uncomfortable and at ill ease. That is worth the investment. And so it's only a paid in full 2777. And I just chose those because 7's my favorite number, and it's a very affordable cost. So you can either do two payments of $1,500, one um, 1,500 and the next month 1,500, or you can do a payment of in full 2,777. Okay. But here's the thing. I only work with really, really committed women. And I'll say that again. I only work with committed women. And if you're committed, I'm going to help you be, again, the results. But you have to be committed to your outcomes because we want our clients to see results. And that is really very, very true. I really want you and your children to see results. And going back to the beginning, what I said in the beginning, which was when I worked with somebody one-on-one and I saw them once, maybe twice, rarely three times, I didn't have the assurance that they were getting the results. And I'm a very results-oriented person. Outcome is very important to me. And so when we work in this particular container allows you to have the results that you want to see. And that's it. That is it. But you have to be committed. Okay. And finally, you have to have a good mindset. You know, if you're really someone who is maybe negative or complaining or not willing to put in the work or wanting a quick fix, we're not going to be a good fit to work together, because what we're doing in this program is we're diving deep and we're really taking a critical look at our lives. And maybe it can feel messy. Maybe we're turning things upside down, but just for the moment, right? Because we have to weed out what's not working for us. We have to weed out maybe an unhealthy gut, and that can take months sometimes. And so I work with women who have that quality with them, that they because I want to make sure that people in the container are going to be a fit for each other, who are going to be encouraging others on their journey, who are going to be cheerleaders for others, who are going to, no matter what happens in your life, if somebody's doing well and you are not necessarily, I work with women who are going to encourage those people, because eventually you're going to be there, right? And so seeing other people thrive and happy is something that gets you going, because that's the result you want as well. So that is why it's very important for me to work with somebody who has a good mindset. Now, if you're anxious, don't worry about it, because I work with women who are anxious and I get them out of that anxiety. So don't think, well, I'm anxious, I'm not a good fit. Just know that if you want these outcomes and you put your all into it, then that is somebody I work with. Now, I'm putting the link in the chat for you to book a breakthrough call with me. It's going to be a quick 15-minute chat where we're going to just get on the phone and see if we're a fit to work together. Now, if anything I've said interested you, or you felt that this was very amazing, it was awesome, and you really want these results, you want this experience, and you absolutely know that you're a fit for this program, well, we'll just get on a quick chat and we'll get you signed up. Okay. But if you're kind of like, I'm not so sure, it's a big time investment or a money investment, or I have to talk to my husband, we can get on the phone and have a quick chat, right? And we can still then proceed further if that's something that you want to continue on with. So either way, there's no pressure. I'm telling you what I offer. I'm telling you what I do in lives of women and babies. And I want that for you as well. So if that's something that you want, then we can absolutely get started working together. I'm super excited to share all that with you today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you for watching. And please give your babies a big kiss for me, and and thanks so much. Bye.